All right, happening right now, we will have the very latest on the sentencing of former Connecticut Governor John Rowland. He will be going back to federal prison, this time for violating election laws. News 8's Ken Pierce has been monitoring the situation. He joins us from outside of the federal courthouse here in New Haven. Ken.
Yeah, Keith, that word just into us inside of the federal courthouse here in New Haven is our chief political correspondent, Mark Davis, just telling me that the official word from the judge is 3 years in prison and 30 months in prison, 3 years supervised release after that, plus a $35,000 fine. That is pretty much at the top range of the sentencing guidelines that were discussed this morning. When it comes to determining sentencing guidelines, a lot of issues in place. There was a lot of discussion for that in the first half of this morning. So that took about an hour. Then in the second hour, people got up and spoke on behalf of the former governor, including a person who runs a charity, a church pastor, both saying that the former governor, had done a lot of good work for a lot of people, especially in the past 10 years since he was forced to resign from the governor's office. You may remember that 10 years ago to the day, Governor Rowland was first sentenced to federal prison for corruption charges. It was 6 months ago that a jury convicted him of basically taking part in a congressional campaign, helping out with the campaign of Lisa Wilson Foley in 2012, but did not get paid by the campaign, instead getting paid by a company run by the husband of the candidate, and that violates federal election laws. Now it looks like the former governor is going to be going back to federal prison, this time for 30 months, and having to pay $35,000 in fine. Once the governor gets out of federal prison, he will have 3 years of supervised release. He probably will not start serving that sentence right away, as the Federal Bureau of Prisons has to decide where he is going to be serving that sentence. But sometime within the next couple of months, he will have to self-report to prison for the next 30 months, next 2.5 years in prison. We're expecting at least the former governor's attorney to come out and speak to us, and we'll probably see former Governor Rowland sometime in the next few minutes as well. We will keep you updated right here on News 8 and on WTNH.com as well. We're live outside federal prison in New Haven. I'm Kent Pierce. Back to you, Keith.